Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, kill. 27, 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Here we go. 480.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the screen.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Here we go, 46. Hey, watch it. 26.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Here we go, 47. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And they'll have his man. That's Cooper. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here in this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Let's make these babies cry.
We're going to 54. Wide in.
Let's make these
26.
1st down, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Here we go. Here we go, 47.
Watch tight end. 4 down. Check, 93's the mic.
26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Kill.
Watch twins.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Watch the whip.
They'll try and run for it without him. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
First down, Dallas.
Here we go. 480.
So we got man.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
Hey, here we go. 480.
I'm going to come back to you.
Now Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the Giants' 9-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? Check. 5.
Throwing Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A healthy Evan Ingram, that could be a great elixir for New York this year. The season ago, he only played in 11 games because of the injuries, 35 catches, which was a dip down from 2 seasons ago when Ingram caught 64 passes. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys' 45-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Don't let him breathe.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Let's go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Now Jones buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 33.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Jones now throwing on first down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Prescott now from the 50. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Cooper was the intended target.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, that's something we saw over and over again in Barkley's rookie season. He had 91 catches last year, most ever by a rookie running back. Part of a fantastic rookie campaign that saw him go over 2,000 total yards.
Safety's creeping.
Hey, lock it.
Lights 54. Let's go. 54.
Jones on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness.
Ready.
Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Got it.
Complete to Evan Ingram.
Single. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, zoom.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Room to run past midfield. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
On 1st down, Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready, 15 line.
Let's go, defense.
Now.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's it, baby.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 49 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies and try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. From the 29, Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Hey, kill! 47!
You can't hang with us.
There we go, kill!
93
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Our time. It's our time.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Looking to throw. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Hey, high 7.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. A first down throw for Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, 2nd most in the league behind Deshaun Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, they'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They go to Elliott again. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Elliott. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. 4th down, Prescott. Cooper's got it. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. They couldn't take it away. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
11 yards and a Cowboy first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. This is Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll take this one down near the 15. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Prescott's pass complete to Michael Gallup. He's out of bounds right at the line of
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down.
All right, T, let's check. All right, T. Mike 52, Mike, come on. All day, baby, all day.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Giants are going to get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Oh, that's just not fair. And now on the run. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get down.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you. I got you.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
It's the old saying, the old cliche.